Hi, I'm Sue Allen. And this is?
Cameron Allen.
Yeah, Cameron is our son. And he was diagnosed with Marfan syndrome in kindergarten, so 2011. He had some signs of Marfan syndrome when he was born, but nobody picked up on it because the Marfan syndrome is pretty rare. And so we found that he was having a hard time reading. So we got several pairs of glasses for him, and they kept changing prescription. And I thought, this is really strange that he goes back and forth with his glasses.
When I was younger, they gave me, what's it called, an inhaler, because they thought that I wasn't like...
Oh, he was always getting sick.
Yeah, and I got pneumonias constantly.
A cold would always turn into pneummonia.
It's sort of like
the
when...
genetics test confirmed that he had Marfan's. That's why they gave us the exam. Because I'm 4'11" and I don't have any of the other issues, and he hasn't had any other issues, they assume that it's probable that it's a mutation, right? Which means that he's the first one in our line to have Marfan's.
When I was a kid, I had all kinds of growing pains, very uncoordinated, long, lanky, thin. I would get pains in the back of my knees a lot. I did dance for 9 years when I was a kid, and then when I was a teenager, I was on my high school dance team. And that's when I first realized there was something wrong with me. I didn't know what it was.
Yes, so Marfan syndrome is a connective tissue disorder, and it is genetic in most cases. So once you have it, there's a 50-50 chance that you're going to pass it along to your children. So once someone has Marfan's in their family, chances are their family is going to have it. Now, in our situation, Cameron had a genetic mutation, and it was a spontaneous mutation, so neither his dad or I carry the gene. And his sister's been treated, she doesn't have the gene either. And it can affect any connective tissues in your body. So your eyes, your heart, your lungs, your joints, it greatly affects the way that your body grows, your spine.
Your collagen is defective, basically. So your body is not making collagen the way that it should. So it's not acting the way that it should. So your ligaments, anything that has collagen, which the heart is mostly collagen, your digestive system, all of your ligaments, they should stretch and bounce back. So basically they're going to stretch and stay there. So what you get is the joint hypermobility. So your joints can pop out very easily. So often you get subluxations, which are partial dislocations, and full dislocations. For me, the way that my EDS manifests, I have hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
And then as he became older in 2017, he started to complain about like chest pains. I just went for a second opinion. So both Tufts and Children's Hospital confirmed that, he needed losartan. So that's when they told us he needs to stop playing sports. So he got out of track, he was in basketball, he was in soccer, he was in all sorts of sports. So that's when it became a reality, a little bit of a reality to us. And even then, I felt like we didn't have as much information on it.
The more you can support a community that is really doing that that groundwork of just supporting patients where they're at and what they need, the more the community is going to flourish. And honestly, the more an underdiagnosed condition can be in the limelight, the better the research is going to get. If we recognize something that is impacting people that's invisible, being able to get the information from a place like the Marfan Foundation, then the more you're aware of it, the more you can treat it. If you don't know you have it, you can't get help. And that's really important.
So the Marfan Foundation is able to take the monies that places like Squad and other fundraisers do and offer free medical care to anyone with Marfan's or any of their related disorders that don't have access, either because they don't have insurance or they can't afford their copays, or they just live in an area without the access to the hospitals and the doctors that have the ability to diagnose and treat properly. So the Marfan Foundation arranges for people to come in and just spend as much time as they need with all of the specialists, the cardiologists, the ophthalmologists, the orthopedists, and get all of the diagnostic testing done and get a treatment plan ready for them to go home.
Going to the Marfan's group meetings, it's been a blessing and has helped us because we met families like Sue and John Ronis. They all helped us. I was able to meet other parents who know more about this. With him being the first one in line, I have no idea what I was getting into. So not only do we have emotional support, with the Marfan's organization, but at the same time, we're learning, and he's learning. He's still coping with the changes in his life, and he's still processing it. So being around people like that helps us, or at least helps me as a mother, to give him the support that he needs emotionally and physically.